Hey everyone, and welcome back. So actually been able to squeeze in one more video before I leave for my trip, which is good. I'm glad these announcements actually came out before I left. Hate to think they would have come in while I was away and I'm like, I can't do anything till I get back. Luckily, they arrived a little bit early. So we actually do now have the Scream Factory announcements for October. So I'm going to go through them real quick and then just kind of give or share a couple of my thoughts afterwards. So first up, let's do this one real quick. So coming October 1st is retailing for $44.99 is a steelbook version of their previous 4K release of The Blob remake from 1988. It's the exact same release, it just comes in a steelbook. If you do order it from Scream, the Shout Factory website, you actually do get this this poster with this new artwork on it. And actually the artwork is pretty cool. And again, the discs inside are exactly the same as the previous 4K release. Up next, also coming October 1st, is a Blu-ray release. And again, Blu-ray is going to be Region A locked. Any Blu-ray in any of these releases is going to be Region A locked. Just a heads up on that for those of you outside of Region A. Retailing for $34.98 is a Blu-ray release of the movie As Above, So Below. Now, a couple of these don't have specs, but this one actually does. So it does have a 7.1 surround mix, a 5.1 surround mix, and a 2.0 stereo mix. Has two new extras, including Abandon All Hope, directing As Above, So Below. Interview with co-writer director John Eric Dowdle. Also, What Lies Beneath, producing As Above, So Below. Interview with co-writer producer Drew Dowdle, as well as Inside, As Above, So Below, and the theatrical trailer. And I believe that was it for the Blu-rays. I think everything else is 4K, though a couple of these do include Blu-rays. So next up, let's see. Let's do this one. So coming October 8th, retailing for $39.98 is a 4K release of the movie Devil, and that will have a 4K disc and a Blu-ray. So it does have a new 4K restoration from the Inner Positive. We'll have 5.1 audio and 2.0 stereo. It does have a new commentary track with film critics Emily Higgins and Billy Dunham. And they include a Blu-ray, which will also have the movie, and the commentary track will also have some deleted scenes, the story featurette, the Devil's Meeting featurette, and the Night Chronicles featurette. Next up, coming October 22nd, is a 4K release with included Blu-ray, retailing for $39.98 of The Wolfman, the remake from, what year was this? 2010, starring Benicio del Toro. Now that is going to be a 3-disc set, and it does list 2 running times, 119 minutes as well as 103 minutes, but it doesn't list any of the other specs right now. Those will be announced down the line, so I don't know which cut is going to be in 4K just yet. Also coming October 22nd, also retailing for $39.98, is a 4K upgrade of the movie Death Becomes Her. That will also be a 2-disc set with a 4K disc and included Blu-ray. It does have a new 4K transfer of the original 35mm camera negative. Have 5.1 surround and 2.0 stereo, and then the included Blu-ray will have a couple of extras. The movie's only on the 4K disc, so the Blu-ray will have a couple of extras, including the making of Death Becomes Her, featuring interviews with director Robert Zemeckis, writer David Koepp, director of photography Dean Cundy, the great Dean Cundy, love Dean Cundy, production designer Rick Carter, and special effects artist Lance Anderson and David Anderson, as well as a vintage making of featurette, a photo gallery, and the theatrical trailer. So 3 more also getting 4K upgrades from the previous Blu-ray releases. So first up, coming October 29th, so coming in just shy of Halloween, is a 4K upgrade of Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell, retailing for $39.98. It's going to be a 3-disc set. There are no specs, so I don't know anything beyond this as far as like which cut is going to be in 4K. Is it going to be the PG-13 cut, the unrated cut? I don't know just yet. Obviously, when all that gets announced, I'll update it in another video. Next up, and these next 2, personally, the 2 I'm actually most excited about, also coming October 29th, in a 4K upgrade is Wes Craven's Shocker. Now, same thing, it's going to be a 2-disc set, 4K and an included Blu-ray, retailing for $39.98, but they haven't released any of the details just yet. But I assume at the very least it should port over all of the extras that were on their older Blu-ray release. And then finally, definitely the one I am most excited about, obviously being a George Romero massive fanatic, is a 4K upgrade of Land of the Dead. And it does list the specs. So retails are $39.98. It's going to be a 3-disc set, and it will have, let's see, a 4K disc and then 2 included Blu-ray discs. The 4K disc, luckily, will be of the unrated cut. So the R-rated cut is only going to be on one of the included Blu-rays, so which is what I was hoping, because this is kind of one of those cases where I definitely wanted the unrated cut in 4K. So it's got a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative in Dolby Vision of a 5.1 surround mix as well as a 2.0 stereo mix. It ports over the 2 commentary tracks from before, including one with George Romero, producer Peter Grunwald, and editor Michael Dougherty, plus another one with zombie performers Matt Blasey, Glenna Chow, Michael Felcher, and Rob Mayer. And the 2 included Blu-rays one will be of the unrated cut, and then the other Blu-ray will be the R-rated theatrical cut. The unrated cut Blu-ray will also have the 2 commentary tracks and also Undead Again, The Making of Land of the Dead, Bringing the Dead to Life, Scenes of Carnage, Zombie Effects, The Green Screen to Finish Scene, Screen Test CGI Test, Bringing the Storyboards to Life, A Day with the Living Dead, hosted by John Leguizamo, When Sean Met George, Simon Pegg, and Edgar Wright visit the set, and then disc 3, which again is also a Blu-ray of the theatrical cut, also has a couple of more extras, including Cholo's Reckoning, an interview with actor John Leguizamo, Charlie's Story, an interview with actor Robert Joy, The Pillsbury Factor, an interview with actor Pedro Miguel Arc, 4 of the Apocalypse, an interview with actors Eugene Clark, Jennifer Baxter, Boyd Banks, and Jasmine Geljo, Dream of the Dead, the director's cut with optional commentary by director Roy Frumkus, deleted footage from Dream of the Dead, deleted scenes, photo gallery, and the theatrical trailer. So the last 3 specifically, so Land of the Dead, Shocker, and Drag Me to Hell were needed new transfers. Now, the 3 I'd say Drag Me to Hell probably fared the best as far as like previous releases go, but for sure Shocker and Land of the Dead really needed new transfers, you know, so I'm glad that these are definitely getting 4K upgrades with new transfers because they definitely needed them. And 3 of these titles do actually have Shout Factory exclusive options that do come with an extra slipcover with an extra poster. So up first is the Wolfman remake, clocking in also at $39.98. Does come with does come with the regular slipcover, which will be on the regular release. Obviously, if you order it from Shout Factory, you get a poster of that artwork, as well as this additional slipcover with new artwork and a poster of that. Drag Me to Hell, same thing. Center release with a poster of the original poster artwork, as well as this alternate cover with new artwork and a poster of that, also clocking in at $39.98. And also for $39.98, one for Land of the Dead, so one with the original poster, or the teaser poster, I think that is, on the cover with the poster, as well as an alternate slipcover and poster with this new artwork. And again, these ones with the additional slipcover and poster, again, are Shout Factory website exclusives. So yeah, I believe that's it as far as exclusives go. So yeah, so those are the October titles for from Scream Factory. Now, admit, I'm really happy about some of these 4K upgrades because I do think they are needed. I know some people are kind of like, oh, you know, it's just more 4K upgrades. I like these 4K upgrades because, again, they are doing new transfers for them, especially some of these films that really need them. Now, at the same time, I will say for October releases, and I'm also going to eat crow on this one, I really thought we were going to get something really big from them. I'm kind of surprised here. Now, yes, I've heard about rumors that, and at this point I'm like, okay, they were nothing more but rumors, obviously, about the possibility of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels getting 4K upgrades. I still think that is going to happen at some point. Obviously, it's just not happening now by any means. I mean, we're getting the 4K of the first film from Warner Brothers later this year, but obviously none of the sequels are coming, at least not yet. I am going to definitely eat crow on that one because I kept saying that because this year has more or less been a little bit on the lighter side for them, I kind of was thinking like, well, a good chunk of their budget is probably going towards some really big release that's coming, you know, probably for October. Well, I was wrong. A lot of these are just 4K upgrades. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Again, I'm very happy about a couple of these, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised there isn't at least something new or something that really just has that kind of wow factor. So again, I was happy these announcements actually did come out and I was able to make this video before I leave for my trip. Before I leave though, if you definitely let me know your thoughts on these announcements. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, some of these don't have any details just yet. Probably should be out maybe even more next month, probably when we get further details. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys so much. I will see you after I get back from my trip. And as always, I will see you on the next one.